Jacob Sanders, archaeologist and adventurer, has always dreamed of finding the great treasures of ancient civilizations. His life has been filled with danger and discovery, but none of his journeys could compare to what lay ahead. One day, as he was going through old books and artifacts in his university library, Jacob came across an ancient parchment that he believed contained a map to the lost city of Xander. This city, according to legends, was the richest and most powerful of all ancient civilizations, but had mysteriously disappeared centuries ago. The map was badly damaged and covered in obscure symbols, but Jacob was able to recognize a few key indications. He realized he had to travel into the heart of South America, into the impenetrable Amazon jungle, to find this mysterious city. Jacob began to prepare for the expedition. He assembled a team of the best experts: Claire, an experienced biologist familiar with the flora and fauna of the jungle; Mark, a cartographer who could read even the most complex maps; and Carlos, a local guide who knew all the trails and hidden paths of the Amazon. The expedition began in the port of Manaus, where they rented a small vessel to reach the depths of the jungle. The journey was difficult and dangerous. Tropical diseases, wild animals, and hostile tribes constantly threatened their lives. But the team, driven by a thirst for adventure and discovery, kept moving forward. As the team made their way through the dense thickets, they came across ancient ruins. They were the remains of temples and structures covered in moss and vines. Jacob was sure they were close to their destination. However, before they could enjoy their find, they were attacked by a group of mercenaries hired by Jacob's rivals. The team was forced to fight for their lives. Thanks to Carlos' courage and skills, they managed to fend off the attack and hide in a cave nearby. Upon exploring the cave, they discovered ancient murals depicting the path to Xander. The murals in the cave helped the team realize that they needed to go through underground tunnels hidden in the depths of the jungle. These tunnels were filled with traps and riddles created by ancient builders to protect their city from uninvited guests. Jacob and his team, using their knowledge and intuition, were able to solve most of the riddles and disarm the traps. Each step brought them closer to their goal, but the dangers became more and more serious. Finally, after many days of wandering and dangerous adventures, the team came into the light. The majestic Xander spread out before them. The city was remarkably well preserved, its buildings and temples shining in the sunlight as if they had been recently built. Jacob couldn't believe his eyes. His dream had come true. They began to explore the city, finding priceless artifacts and knowledge of an ancient civilization. However, they soon realized that they were not alone in this forgotten world. It turned out that the descendants of the people of Xander still lived in the city, hidden from the outside world. The inhabitants of Xander, seeing Jacob and his team's genuine interest and respect for their culture and heritage, received them with caution, but without hostility. They told the story of their city, explaining that they had chosen isolation to preserve their civilization and traditions. Jacob and his team spent several months in Xander, learning its secrets and finding common ground with its inhabitants. During this time, they not only learned much about the ancient culture, but also realized the importance of respecting and preserving cultural heritage. When it was time to return, the people of Xander blessed them on their return journey, providing provisions and knowledge that could help the team in their further explorations. Jacob promised to keep the location of the city a secret to protect it from destruction and looting. The return home was long, but filled with new discoveries and reflection. Jacob and his team returned to the university with invaluable knowledge and artifacts that made a splash in the scientific community. Epilogue. The story of Jacob Sanders and his expedition has become legendary. His discoveries not only expanded knowledge of ancient civilizations, but also reminded everyone of the importance of preserving cultural heritage. Jacob continued his explorations, inspired by the fact that one great adventure always leads to another. Although the lost city of Xandar remained hidden from the world, its spirit and knowledge lived on in the hearts of those who sought discovery and adventure, bringing the light of truth and respect for ancient cultures.